right, Kristen, here we are, man. World
We
Food
are.
Championships. Our first interview, our first kind of podcast here today.
Yes.
Right? So I'm walking through the venue real quick and I see these three right here.
Amazing women.
First time I see you guys, you're actually walking. You weren't even cooking or anything yet. And I said, yo,
Them.
them.
We get
They're
them.
the first ones. We need them to fire us up and get this thing going, right? Right? Yeah, hell yeah, they did. So we're going to ask you some questions at the end here. But right now, what I really want to hear is, and whoever wants to start, go for it, right? That around your neck, okay?
Yes.
You are
That's
wearing
a winner.
the
So
medal.
that, you won yesterday's competition. That's going to bring you into the finals of this thing.
Correct. We did.
But that's just the beginning of it. You guys worked together for a long time, right? You guys, this isn't your first rodeo together.
Well, it's our first rodeo for competing.
Oh,
Competing.
wow.
Yes. So I met CJ by reviewing her restaurants. And we just clicked
Good
and
reviews
she-
or shitty, please. Tell me.
No,
She's still alive, isn't she?
I love it.
but she was like, "Hey, you want to come cook some whole snapper in my kitchen?" And I was like, "Sure, why the hell not?" So that's how we became best friends.
That's the best. That's
and
the
then
best.
B was her sous chef. So like all three of us have been just friends for about a year.
That's amazing. That's awesome.
awesome.
So when you win this, you feel wonderful. You're on top of the world. You're going into the finals. You guys as a team pulled through. You did it, knocked it out, right? So you're a restaurant owner, correct, CJ?
Yes.
And how's that going for you? What do you think of this life?
I've only been a restaurant owner for about a year, and that first
Really?
year was a little bit like hell and a little bit like heaven. It's kind of like when you have children, it's like the most wonderful thing and the most torturous thing in your entire life.
Right?
Good
Yeah.
analogy.
Yeah.
I was there with you from the beginning, and yeah.
Wow.
You're,
Yeah.
you're also in the same. You're the sous chef there still.
I'm not a sous chef anymore. I have my food truck now. So
Oh, good.
Oh, wow.
That's a whole new world.
Yeah.
Okay,
A whole new
so
world. Yep.
we do need to get the info. So introduce yourselves each individually and where you're at and where the restaurant is.
I'm Chef CJ. I am the owner and chef at the Barrel Room in Enterprise, Alabama.
Barrel room, nice.
I am Chelsea of Southern Grits Kitchen on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. And I do food blogging. I'm a columnist. I'm a chef as well.
And you're an ass kicker too in the kitchen, right?
Oh, yeah.
See, all three
Professional.
Right into the mic. Right,
Chef B.
And I'm Veronica of Chef B. I have food truck in Enterprise, Alabama called Nonstop Donors. I sold a Turkish German doner kebab. I just launched it in September. I'm pretty excited about that.
I love it. All right, let's get to the competition. Tell everybody what you competed in, how it went yesterday, how everything was.
What you competed in?
We were in the rice category,
Okay.
and we brought a little bit of salt up here and made a fried rice grit cake with some braised collards, a Cajun cream sauce, some pan-seared scallops, and fried lemon.
Wow.
Those combinations right there are flavors. You said it yourself. So that's the South represented in a fucking boom in one hammer. So every aspect and every level of that, every layer has to be done in the traditional Southern way, right? It has, or better.
With a
You
little
got-
elevation.
With a little
Yeah.
elevation, right? So you got to really execute that right. So when you mess with a grit or grit cake or whatever it may be, everyone's doing that, but there's only this many people who do it right?
Right.
And then to win the competition, you have to do it better than them,
Right.
Right.
right? So that's amazing. The braised collards, a lot of people totally underrated, right? I think
Oh my God.
Yeah.
totally underrated.
Well, everybody in the South, not in the South, but everybody up north thinks everybody in the South just soaks everything in meat juice, right? Like
Right.
just meat water, everything.
That's the common
And it doesn't
thought.
have to be that. Like some people soak their collards or cook their collards for like 12 hours. I only cook them for like 45 minutes because you want that bite and the salty and like the meat and the like tang and the like vinegar and the sugar and the spice and like everything in there. It's not just a
Right.
one-hit wonder.
Is there any meat into roast at all in yours, or is it
Smoked turkey.
smoked turkey? Perfect. So that's good. So the smoke brings it in there. But you're absolutely right. The problem with the greens, and especially on what you were doing there, if you do overcook that ruins your whole dish anyway, because you're
Oh,
going to
yeah.
get that.
It's just mush.
Water. Why a crispy? You're not going to have nothing crispy at that point. It's over.
Yeah.
Right.
I stopped eating baby food at like 2 years old. I don't want it no
Yeah,
more.
right. And no babies and no baby
I want
food.
like texture and flavor and layers and just like all the elements of everything. Like I went to culinary school, V went to culinary school. I don't know how she became a magician, like just everything. Like she's cooked
My
everything under the
great-grandma.
sun. She could talk to you hours about like growing up and like slaughtering like animals and like some of the stuff that this
Okay.
woman has eaten.
So
I'm just like-
you're cooked by you just cook by natural default. You're
Yeah,
in there.
my great grandma and my mama, which is my grandma, they both taught me how to cook. So I've been like cooking since I was knee high to a grasshopper.
And what people might not know is that you not only did you cook, you're beating people, you're beating chefs, right? In this thing, and your food network deal, you beat. Talk about that real quick.
I was on Out Chef season 3, episode 2.
Season 3, episode 2.
I
Okay.
beat Alex Gornishelli 3-1. So that's why we
Nice.
are Iron Grits, because I beat an Iron Chef.
Nice.
I love
So
it.
yeah,
That's amazing. So we're talking to some I mean, the talent in this room, the talent behind this mics right here is out of control, man. And I look at what I do, and I'm always surrounded by talented people either way. So it keeps my level up, right? I can't sit here and talk to you guys if I don't know what the hell I'm talking about, right? So it drives me to consistently learn more. And I'm not a Southern cook, but I am a Southern eater, right? And when I get shitty Southern food, I want to ball it up and fucking throw it right at them. Right. I hate it because it can easily be screwed up. And it's one of them dishes everyone thinks is easy. Southern food is not easy to cook. No. You have to learn how to make it. And the hardest part to me about Southern cooking is learning it. Executing it, okay, I get it. But you got to have ties, man. That's not something that just gets handed out. You got to have it in somewhere to get that Southern cooking.
Real Southern food doesn't require recipes as well. Like, you season until your ancestors tell you to stop.
Right.
That's a good point.
Like, it's like built into you. You know what the flavor palette's supposed to be. You know what the textures are supposed to be. Like, Southern food isn't just opening a cookbook. You have to pour your heart, your soul into it to make it comforting.
Yeah.
Are you guys, of course you are, I already know the answer here, but let's talk about it in a fun way. When you go to a Southern restaurant, you're critiquing, you're fucking them up, you're automatically right away, you're walking in that door. Oh no, I'm a chef, I don't critique other people's food, trust me. Bullshit.
Yes, we
do.
Don't send us to a restaurant together.
We're bad. We're so fucking bad.
So you're a monster blogger and you're a chef, and how about you when you go in?
I'm just enjoying the food.
You don't care, right?
And at the same time, I'm thinking about how I can make this better at home.
That's right.
$800, you know.
She's way less vocal than we are. Like, we were sitting in a restaurant, 3 months ago, and there was a lot of restaurants, you know, they have like the food shows on the screen, like at the bar and stuff. So we're sitting at the bar eating, and people where we live already know from like our face. Like, they always say, like, fix your face. Like, I can't fix my face if I don't like something, you know that I don't like it, right? If I like something, then I like it. And if I'm like completely like in the middle on it, there's no such thing.
Right.
Like, it's either there or
and you're
not.
like, fix your face.
Yeah. When we were sitting at the bar, I don't remember where we're going or where we're coming from.
Taco.
I know where we were.
Yeah.
But so there was a food show on the TV, and we're sitting there talking about it. And we had so much commentary on that show that the staff was sitting at the end of the bar listening to us talk about the show and then watching us eat the food. And then I was like, we need to do like some kind of Mystery Science Theater like comment thing, like in one of our houses somewhere.
They need a podcast.
So
we bounce off each other so much.
You have to. So when I walk into a restaurant, right, my friends, everybody I'm with, they're like, oh, we got to go out with a chef. No. I honestly don't go out critiquing, or else I'll be disappointed anytime I just want to eat a burger.
Yeah.
So I've learned a long time ago to do that, right?
We do it with each other, but when we're in a group, we just make eye contact.
And we know what our expressions are. We're like, bitch, this is dry.
Your face has subtitles.
Right?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But here's the deal. So last night, I'm going to tell you a story. Last night, I went out for a steak. I just wanted a steak. I'm telling you.
I already told him about our experience last night.
Okay, I went out for a steak, right? So I had to literally explain to this person what the steak reminded me of, right? Because it was so fucking bad. I'm not going to lie to you. I usually don't say anything. I never send anything back. I just take it for what it is. But sometimes, if something is so bad, you got to say something. So there's a story. I was a young kid. I was 8 years old. I was riding down the railroad tracks, a little trail on the tracks, and I had a mini bike, right? And I was learning how to ride the damn thing. Something happened along the way, and I crashed. And I went over the handlebars and hit my face on the front tire somehow, right? And I told the guy this story, right, just like this. And I said, you know what? This steak tastes like that tire, okay? So you did. This cooking brought me back to my youth. But that's the part that brought it back
in a bad way.
When I crashed on my motorcycle and ate a tire. That's what this tasted like to me. And I don't ever say something like that, but that was bad. I'm not going to put them on blast. I'm not going to do that.
Was everybody's meal bad?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't phenomenal. It was
the most ratchet, high-end steakhouse we have ever been to in our lives.
We went to a Southern restaurant last night in Indianapolis, which was not the best decision, but we liked the graphics.
Hey, a good logo gets you in, right?
It was cute. It was, and I love the venue, and I'm not going to name it.
Restaurant.
But I tasted, I think, a little bit of everybody's food, and the only thing that was good was one dish. And I had like some brisket meatloaf that I have never had brisket that fucking dry in my life. And I was just like, and the dude, and if you can't cook a perfect green bean, if your green bean does not snap when you crunch on it,
get out.
Then
Just
you
leave.
should not be in the kitchen.
Just leave. Yeah, just go home.
And the dude asked me if he wanted me to box it, or wanted him to box it, and I was like, no.
Oh my God.
Thank you though. And in the back of my mind, I was like, please tell them that they need to learn how to make proper brisket.
Yeah, put that box, make it a casket.
And then the fried chicken they're known for, I was just like, that is not. I mean, the brine was good.
The brine was
The
really
brine
good.
was really good. But I don't know what the hell they were doing
Execution.
with their
It comes down to
Yeah,
execution.
well, it wasn't a
Yeah.
thick. It wasn't a thick, crunchy crust.
Yeah, it was like,
It was like Kentucky Fried Chicken without the
So
sweat.
being in a
and
restaurant,
without the crunch.
being a restaurant
Yeah.
owner and working in the restaurants, right? We know that everything had to start. If they were busy and the venue was nice, no,
No.
it wasn't busy. So
They were not.
You got to wonder, where did the execution go wrong? Because nobody started that and is still around a year or two later, 3 years later.
Right.
Something went wrong in the execution somewhere, where
Correct.
maybe the owner left, or maybe he doesn't care anymore, or she doesn't care anymore,
Correct.
or maybe the staff has more power over the owner than the owner does over them. But something went wrong, and it's horrible to say, and I don't like that, and I feel bad.
Appearance-wise, it looked like it was
Oh, it was
executed
beautiful.
correctly. Appearance-wise,
So
the
plain
dishes
fine.
were gorgeous.
So there was pride in the appearance, just lack of
Yeah.
education in the process.
Yeah,
Probably.
so I run my restaurant and I have like a staff, and some of my staff has some experience, but like my lead right now, she never worked in a restaurant before.
No.
Day one, she was actually supposed to be a server, and my front of house person wanted to fire
Wow.
her really, and I was like, well, let me give her a shot in the kitchen, see how she does back there.
Yeah.
And she went from not knowing anything about professional cooking to being my lead in like 4 months.
Wow.
Because she had the drive, she had the execution, she had the, like, she wants to learn. Like, anytime
Passion.
somebody comes in there and shows her anything, she just absorbs it. And she always wants to suggest dishes too. So I'm trying to teach her the difference between like a home, like cooking at home, and then restaurant presentation and restaurant style cooking. And she's picking it up a little bit. But so like at this restaurant that we went to, the appearance was gorgeous. So if you look at it coming out of the kitchen, it looks like it's exactly what it's supposed to be. But like with the green beans, if you just flash fried those things, they'd be perfect. But it really tastes like they just blanched them too long and
Yeah.
then just heated them to send them out.
So
Without
down south,
seasoning.
I know
Yeah.
this. Well, you're talking about the green beans. This is a perfect level of what we're talking about, the execution. I understand what I'm going to say. You're going to wince at because you should, but the canned green beans with the bacon, right? That they do in some of these southern places, and
There was a
watery
subtitle
slap
on
in
their
the thing,
face.
right? Look at her face. Make sure we put something on warning. So you know, that's
we
what I'm
call that
talking
meat
about. So
water?
there was
Yes.
a day at point in time where I know some of these people were cooking green beans proper, and they said, you know what, let's just fucking save the time and money, because whoever was doing it may have left or something, and that's how these places go down. And I think that's what happens to a lot of these places. That place we went last night was a beautiful venue. It was packed to the fucking hilt. The damn ratings on it were amazing, and I'm not being picky. This place was straight up. I almost think it was almost part of the act.
Right.
How the service was, and it was. I mean, these guys were good guys. They were nice dudes and everything, and I totally think they would rock and roll in a different environment.
Yeah.
They would be stellar, right?
Right.
But they were just getting by on what they knew, and they knew so much that they got by easily, right? But if they were honed in, it would have been a nice place. Somewhere along the line, that went wrong.
Yeah.
Somewhere along the line, because the place didn't start that way, and we all didn't sit there and go there under the assumption of what we see. We're seeing
Yeah.
it, right? We're not. This isn't a perception. We're looking at it. You walk in this place, got their shit together at one point in time. Well, what the fuck happened on my plate? What happened to us when? What happened to us here? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There- Obviously, something went wrong, and they're just going in flow, right? That doesn't happen here. You got goddamn medals on. You guys are doing it right. You're holding the standard high, and that is amazing. I cannot wait to actually go check you out. I'm going to go in your area at some point in time, and I want your restaurant to be there. I want everything to be just as we're talking today. I want success for you guys. I'm already following you, and we've already talked about it. It's an amazing time, and I think that anything that you guys are doing to represent the restaurant industry is phenomenal. Like I said,
Yeah.
yesterday when I saw you three walking around, right away I told her they get it. They get it, and that makes me happy, because you don't have to
Well,
be
do
all
you
you
think?
do you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
when you're you, it's going to come out in your food.
Yeah.
I can tell.
When we were talking about coming here, I was like, what do you want to do? Because like my restaurant is, so I've traveled all over the world because I was in the military. V's traveled all over the world. She was in the military. So
Okay.
we've pulled in a lot of things from other places that we've been. My last overseas assignment was Italy. So I have a lot of influence from there, like fresh ingredients and
Sure.
farm to table. And that's basically how I try to run my restaurant. Like we're a from scratch kitchen. Like I think 85% of everything we put out is made in house. Like we start prep early every day, even on our days that we're closed. And So when I asked her what she wanted to do, like I was throwing ideas out there, and she's like, "No, it's not Southern enough. It's not Southern enough." Like I'm sticking to, like, even like we were talking to somebody yesterday. She was very hard, fast at sticking to her roots, like elevating it, but like bringing her here, not just bringing a dish that we think will win, but bringing a dish that represents everything that she has built all of her reputation on.
Yeah, you guys.
And I think that's really
doing a
important.
Great job. And I can see when you were cooking yesterday. I have some B-roll, and we're gonna put that on. I actually have that. I stole your what you posted of you winning, or being called for the winner. So we're going to put that B-roll on during this segment once we're on YouTube and we put this up and edit and everything. We're going to put that B-roll on there so people can see. And we're going to love to see all that stuff. And you guys are really doing a great job. Thank you for what you're doing for the restaurant industry, all of you. And thank you for your service. I'm a veteran as well.
What branch?
Thank you for your service.
Strong here.
What branch?
Air Force.
Air Force.
Army.
And I'm Navy.
They got
we
all
just need
represented.
a Marine and the Coast Guard. We'll be all right, right?
Right.
We got the whole
Coast
branch.
Guard had a bunch of teams down there.
They
They're
had a
gonna be up.
winner.
Yeah, we're going to talk to them.
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's do something fun. We got a rapid fire questions, right? We're going to
Ready.
throw them out there. Kristen's going to read them. I'm going to do the little. I'm going to do the peanut
Easy to go
gallery
in between.
mockery in the background, and you guys knock it out. And I'll give you my answers
we're
too.
going to try and answer these questions with one or a couple words. They're all quick questions, so it's not like any thought whatsoever, and we'll let you just kind of go in order. So whatever order you want to go in. So I mean, Chef CJ, you can go first. We'll just work our way down. So we'll stay in a rotation, okay? All right. So first question is your go-to kitchen tool, no matter what.
Chef knife.
Iron skillet.
Spatula.
All right.
Okay, chef knife's not allowed. Go ahead. And then one more.
Oh God. Whisk.
Okay.
Good.
Whisk,
I have
there we
a
go.
shirt that says whisk taker.
Mine, handheld chinois, small. I have to have it.
All right. Throw that whisk in a circle.
Hey.
You got it. Okay. All right.
Hey.
Next one. What puts you in the mood more, smell or visual?
Smell.
Visual.
Smell.
All right. Worst position in the kitchen?
Getting something out of
Missionary.
the oven.
Literally what I thought first off.
Missionary.
Showing your ass. You got it.
You have to bend over again.
Damn.
So that kind of position. We
Yeah,
went there
yeah.
real quick. Okay. All right. Not dishwasher. We're bending over. All right.
Oh,
Best.
sorry. We're talking about this.
No, it
Oh,
could have
gotcha.
been. I knew you were going to go there, though.
Yeah, it could have been.
All right. Best position in the kitchen?
Expo.
Yeah.
Expo.
Expo?
Good one. Yeah,
All
Expo's good. Yeah.
Agreed. Favorite ingredient ever?
Shit.
Shit. That's it. That was where I was last night. Was theirs.
Same.
We're gonna bottle it.
Oh God, favorite ingredient. Oh,
all the time.
that smoked salt you got was
That smoked salt
was
is banging.
killer. Yeah.
Okay.
Smoked salt is good. I get a
Yeah.
good one from Iceland.
We have a local one in Alabama.
Oh, really?
Called Shugs.
Okay, give me
And
that link
they-
after. Let's plug them.
So good.
Okay.
Plug them if you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, Shug smoked salt, and they do paprika, and they're ballin', and they're
And
from
they're balling.
Alabama.
Okay, bang out.
I
Go
like
ahead.
it. All right. What method of cooking intimidates you the most?
What was that?
What method of cooking intimidates you the most?
Intimidates me the most? Oh God. Well, I'm not really intimidated, but I guess the thing I don't like cooking with the most is an air fryer.
That
And
works.
what's that thing called where you pressure cooker?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have an air fryer collecting dust.
Air fryer.
Yeah.
No.
Worst method.
I don't like it.
Okay.
Okay.
If microwaving was a method, I cannot.
Yeah, no.
Anything, not even reheated.
Worst one.
So you're not intimidated by anything like that's. I guess what we're looking for is
Like on the line?
French cooking,
Oh yeah,
Vietnamese, stuff like that. You know,
French for sure.
French. Yeah, it's
Or
intimidating.
like
There's some
that
butter in
British stuff.
Yeah.
I can't get down with the beans. And
can't get down
doing
with the meat
that,
pie?
making
You
that.
don't need to.
Oh no.
I love it.
Okay.
All right, what else we got?
All right. Favorite fast food restaurant? Go.
Oh, the one where you can get like the corn dog and the barbecue sandwich. This starts with a C. Cookout.
Yes.
Cookout. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a
Dude,
good
you
one.
can get whatever
I don't
you
like
want.
fast food that much. I like Checkers French fries. Rallies.
Yes.
Here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rally.
Shelley's and
Yeah.
rallies. Yeah,
Okay.
Checkers and rallies. Perfect.
I'm not a fast food person either, but Culver's. is-
Okay.
Which one?
I have not had that.
Culver's.
Culver's.
Haven't
We
had
saw
that.
that last night.
Whataburger.
What is this?
They have a
Culver's.
Dr. Pepper
Culver's
milkshake.
is like a smash burger, butter burger.
There we have
My
it.
place,
Culver's.
and they
We
have,
saw it last night.
It was
custard.
popping last
I like
night.
their custard.
All right.
So, all right.
There we go.
If your kitchen was a car, what kind of car would it be?
Oh God, like a 1980s pickup truck.
Ah, perfect.
I live in a double wide, so it's gonna be like a Pinto.
I love it. I love it.
What? I have a little food truck, but I'm upgrading, so I'm going from like a studio to like a 1-bedroom apartment.
Nice. I love it.
That's good. Okay. Baking, yes or no?
No.
Hell no.
No.
I hate
That was
baking.
pretty good across the
Don't,
board.
don't
like
ask me to
All
measure
right.
nothing.
Gloves or washing your hands?
Gloves.
Gloves.
Quicker.
Gloves.
All right.
Love,
do you know
love.
Do you know the owner?
What do you think of
I
that?
know at
Do you
least
know
one
the
of her
owner?
Do you love that
personalities.
question? Is that the best? I know the
Yeah.
owner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know at least one of her personalities.
Of the 7.
So we brought that question up because you always go into the restaurant and you always have that
I know
people,
the
we
owner,
know the
yeah.
owner. What do you feel about that when someone says that? Half the times I don't know them.
So it's really because in my restaurant is small. It only has at max 80 seats, including the bar, and we have a very small staff.
That's not that small. That's pretty good. 80 seats, that's decent.
It's small compared to like most of the restaurants in our area.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Gotcha.
it's 40 inside and 40 outside. I built a patio onto it when I bought
Okay,
it. It
cool.
was
I
just
got
like
you.
a little tiny place. So our staff is small. Like I only have like 3 people max cooking in the kitchen. Like even on our busiest night, we have 1 bartender and 3 servers max.
wow.
So if somebody calls out, I'm picking up something somewhere. So when I'm bartending and somebody says, I know the owner, I'm like, oh my God, I know the owner.
There you go. That's what I'm waiting to hear.
That's a good response.
That's the one. That's the one I'm waiting to hear. That bitch, exactly. That happens to me all the time. One guy, I was in there. I pulled in on my motorcycle. I'm outside. I'm waiting to go in my own place. I left my keys, so I'm waiting for my sous chef to show up. He's right behind me, not far. And the guy's waiting in there, and he's like, "I got to come in. I have a meeting with the owner." I go, "Do you? What time is that at?" It's any time now. It's any time. I got to get in. Well, okay, cool. I'll let him know when you get here. In fact, he had a meeting with the owner. But when I came back out, I said, well, what's our meeting about, bro? Because I am
Right.
the owner. He's like, oh, shit. There was no meeting after because he wanted to get in the bar early. And
Yeah.
funny as shit. But I know
All
the
right.
owner. So do
Final
I.
question.
All right.
If you could cook with anyone, who would it be?
These 2.
Aww.
I was gonna say Sean Brock, but these
Okay.
These 2.
I love that.
I love these bitches.
That
I'm
was
gonna
a
keep
that was a
them.
Cooked
pageant
with them.
answer. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
I
a
love
pageant answer.
I
Yeah.
would save the world.
I love
Listen,
that.
I did
Yeah,
those
yeah.
for 13 years.
Okay.
So
See, you know.
I understand.
Give me the wave.
Yeah. Like,
How about you?
If it was like a celebrity chef, Gordon Ramsay.
Okay.
Ramsay, yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
You're
I met
confused
him
by that
too.
one.
He's a good chef. You can't lie. I think mine would be Jeremiah Turner or Jamie Oliver. Jamie Oliver
Jamie Oliver.
intrigues me
Oh,
too.
yeah.
He's good.
Sure.
He's the guy's awesome with some
Yeah.
makes things happen out of nothing. I love
Yeah,
it.
I
Very
watched
cool.
the episode where he was like going into schools and like trying to make food healthier and stuff.
Yeah, I saw
and
that.
it
It was
was
good.
like, my favorite one is when he like makes real chicken nuggets and the kids are like, I'd still eat it, and he was like, what? Like, he was like, God, this did not go how I planned.
Yeah. Well, that's great. Listen, it was awesome having you ladies on here. We really appreciate it. Strength and representing women in this fucking industry
Yes.
is huge. I'm a huge advocate of it. I stand behind you. You know what I mean? The whole way. I'm the biggest cheerleader. I love it. Keep doing what you're doing. I had the honor to meet you guys here. This is the first time we meet, but not the last time we see each other.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and glad to be in this industry with you and sharing it. And Kristen is as well. So
Exactly. So as we close it out, go ahead, tell everybody where they can find each of you online so they know.
Well, we're in Southeast Alabama. This is the Barrel Room in Enterprise, Alabama. I'm Chef CJ. I run it with amazing staff and my partner Tanner Kerrigan, and we're just rocking it out. We've been in business for about a
you
year
have
and a half.
Instagram. Anything you follow?
I'm working on it.
Okay, she got it.
I've got to do it.
Yeah.
Oh, hold on. The competition is starting.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
We are live. So
It got loud real quick.
someone tell him to stop yelling.
Why you hollering?
What's he yelling about?
That's for sure. Y'all could just pick
We're talking about signing on.
Thanks,
All right, go
Brian.
ahead. Thanks for waiting.
You can find me on Instagram, TikTok, and Facebook, Southern Grits Kitchen, without the E in Southern.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was drunk and playing Call of Duty one night and made it up.
Southern Grits Cooking
Southern Grits Kitchen.
Kitchen. Southern Grits Kitchen.
And I have a food truck I just opened in Southeast Alabama, in Enterprise, Alabama. It's Nonstop Donor, and non is spelled like the bread, N-A-A-N. And you can find me on Facebook and Instagram.
All right. So what's
Awesome.
next in the competition for you as we wrap it up?
Duck.
Yep.
Duck. Sweet.
Okay.
How
All
you
right.
going with it? Smoked, sous vide, pan, fried, crisp, or
Oh,
do
she
we
is
not
telling
know?
you.
We're changing it.
We're gonna
Oh.
you're gonna have to bribe us with a whole lot more to get that information.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
I'm just gonna go down there and look.
I know. Yeah.
That's all I'm
You do
gonna
that
do.
too. But you
Gonna
gotta wait till
invade
tomorrow.
your kitchen space.
I love
It's
it.
okay. You
Bring
can
it.
kick him out.
Awesome. Good luck,
Yeah.
ladies. Thank you
Good
so
luck,
much.
man. You're
Kill
amazing.
it. Crush
So
it.
kick
Keep on
ass.
going.
Thank you.
Ciao
All
for
right.
now.
Ciao for now.